All right, here at No Reserve we have our super hard to find 1995 Ford F-150 regular cab short bed 4x4. It's hard to find because the Eddie Bauer package is just a killer option on this truck, and it's really hard to find in the regular cab shorty. There's a lot of two-wheel drives, but the 4x4s are hard to find. It's always been a Washington truck, so it's completely rust-free. It's got the 5-liter V8 with the automatic overdrive transmission. It's a mass airflow truck, which is nice. It's really nice paint and body. It has had some paint work done on it a long time ago. It has equal wear and tear to, you know, a truck of this age, and so we'll kind of get into that right now. We'll take you over to the driver's side start, but look how clear these headlights are. I mean, these things are usually all fogged out and orange, and just an amazing addition. It hasn't had any front end impact or anything. All the bolts still have the paint on them for the fenders and hood and haven't been messed with. But you know, you got a scratch on the hood right here. Looks like maybe it bumped into something here and it put a little stress crack in the paint. There's some small scratches there. You can't feel them. There's a couple little scratches, kind of like somebody setting something on the hood. And then you have a little chip right there. So I'll take you around to the driver's side. The bumper's in good shape. The moldings, you know, are starting to get a little bit faded. It's just got some dried wax in here, but that stuff comes right off. So if you see any of that white, that's what that is. The lower balance is still in good shape. It hasn't been hooked on a curb or pulled off or anything. You got a little scratch right there. You can get your fingernail in it and feel that one. Looks like something, you know, this is common if someone's washing it and they put their knee up here. Luckily they didn't bend this in or anything, but you can get this trim piece, and I might even have one, so if we do, we'll throw it in with the truck. It just slides in here and slides in the other side. No paint lifting issues. And the only reason I say it's been painted is because I've been over this thing. I thought it was an original paint truck when we first bought it, but you can see that there's evidence that it's been repainted. You can see the spray over right there in some areas, and then I'll also take you to one of the flaws on the balance here. You can see right here where the paint is lifting a little bit or chipping underneath the trim, and you can see the original white paint underneath it. But it's a beautiful job. It looks great. No orange peel. Nice smooth glossy feel. But also here's a chip that's been touched up, or it's chipped to the lower original paint. But I'll take you back over here to the driver's side. Some of the door felts got some kind of dry cracks in them, but the rubbers are in nice shape. Your mirrors got a couple each side's got a couple little marks where maybe it hit like a carport or garage coming in, but they're still in good shape. They're not cracked or falling off or anything. The chrome on the front side of the mirrors, the plastic chromes, and the grille, you're gonna have these little tiny peppering is what they call it, little tiny stone chips, but they still look great. The coves and the grille are still a nice gray color. There's a little ding right there in the door with no paint damage, a little ding right there, and then you get your kind of entry chips on the door edge and some little scratches from fingernails and keys. Take you along the rocker. Here's an amazing condition. It just has some entry wear here. Usually you have a ton of stone chips, but you just got a bunch of little tiny ones. Hopefully you can see those, but there's not that many. I mean, it's really smooth. I guess it had running boards on it for most of its life, but those are no longer on the truck. There's a little chip right there in the paint, a little chip right there. Looks like maybe something was resting against it and was rubbing or something like that. There's a little scratch and chip right there. The front of the bulkhead's not all smashed into the bed. It's still nice and straight. The paint behind the bed and the cab is really nice. Got a little ding right there, kind of like the door, with no paint damage. I mentioned that chip before. But the bed sides are in really nice shape. I think it pretty much had a canopy on it, because you don't have a lot of those side loading scratches that you often get. You will get some really faint ones that you could probably get in there and buff out, but they're not into the paint or into the primer or anything like that. You know, each piece of trim does have a little bit of scuffing on it. You know, they're 22-year-old polished aluminum stainless trim. It's got the Alcoa wheels with 31-inch BFG all-terrains. They got a ton of tread left. But you can see along here, there's just, you got some stone chips and stuff like that, but really nice shape. You got a little bit of scratches right there. You got the diamond plate bed rail, bed protectors all the way around, even on the front of the cab. It's got original Ford drop-in plastic bed liner. You can see it's a little faded. But you got some chips along here, kind of like your standard tailgate stuff. But this is what I was talking about. That's why I think it's had a canopy on this most of life, because a lot of trucks kind of have that same wear on the bed sides. But the bed sides, especially the passenger side, is amazing. You got a little chip in the lower pinstripe. Looks like they missed the ball hitch a couple times. On the right side, there's a little bit of contact there. Paint's rubbed a little bit there. You get in it's got a little cut in the paint there and a little slice. Tiny little chip, but no side loading scratches. Little kind of squiggly scratch right there. Hopefully you can see. Really faint. Little kind of chipped up on the pinstriping. You know, you got a little chip right here by the door handle. A little bit of the paint is chipped around the keyhole, and you can see that's the original paint right down there. Again, got a little mark on the mirror. Looks, the passenger side door felts are in good shape. They don't have any cracks or anything like that. But it's for a set of 4 for inside and outside. It's about $50. It's a really good deal. You can get them on LMC Truck or Amazon or eBay. You know, got a couple little marks on the trims. Little scuff in the paint right there. It's got the automatic 4-wheel drive hubs. So this truck doesn't, it's in really nice shape. It's all original, even the stereo is original. It's got a little mark, a little slit in the vinyl there. There's a couple little scuffs that probably you could get to clean up. There's a couple little marks on the top of the plastic dash, but the headliner's nice. No holes, no sagging. All the sun visors are in good shape. No door sag, all the hinges are nice and clean. You got a couple little marks in the door panel, but other than that, you might just have some little kind of wear marks and stuff like that. But otherwise, you know, you got a little wear area here, but it's in really nice shape. Has a small crack right here in the cargo area, but it doesn't smell like a smoker truck. It doesn't smell like smoke in here at all or anything, but it does have, I'm not sure if these are burns or just kind of wear marks, because they're in kind of a couple weird areas. There's just a couple little kind of knoll marks in the material. No holes. Side plastics are in good shape. Sometimes people get their foot caught on this and pull off the plastic. Little crack right there, but again, very minimal. The underside of this truck, the body and frame's in really nice condition. We got a ton of pictures, hopefully you guys can check out. Again, the really nice door panel, just kind of little, you know, wear of 22 years. You know, little tiny little marks, but no cracks in the plastics, no holes. It's not pulled away. There's a little bit of chipping right in here. Not too sure what that would be from, but you can see the inner door felts on both sides are in good condition. Steering wheel's in good shape, really clear gauges. You know, all the plastic in the dash, besides a couple of those little marks, is perfect. Driver's seat has a little bit of wear on the entry here, but there's no, again, the material's not pulled away, it's not cut, it's just kind of worn off a little bit. And then you have a couple of those little marks again, but I'm not too sure what those would be from. It doesn't smell like pet, doesn't smell like dog either. It's got rubber floor mats. We got pictures of this truck with the mats out and stuff, so you have a little bit of darkening around where your feet go on the driver and passenger side. But I'll go ahead and pop the hood too. And then we have a cold start video, and we have a driving video too, though, if you guys can check out. But you know, no check engine lights. It's had a full tune-up done by a mechanic. Fresh oil change. You can see it's really clean underneath the hood. You can see the bolts have never been messed with. Really clean motor. You know, it's not spotless by any means. You know, it hasn't been steam cleaned. You know, you got your little dirt and grease you'll see there, but it's cool to still see the decals. You'll see, you know, the original markings from the assembly line on the radius arms. For 22 years, you'll see that little white mark on the radius arm there. You know, the bushings have been replaced not too long ago for the radius arms. But and decals underneath are nice and clear. So this is gonna be going at no reserve, and it's our 95 regular cab shorty, 4x4 Eddie Bauer. So good luck. All right, here we are in our cold start video of our 1995 regular cab short bed 4x4 Eddie Bauer F-150. Gonna go ahead and reach down here and grab a hold of this exhaust manifold so you can see it's nice and cold. Hopefully you can see it. And the temp gauge will show that too. It's a little dark early here in the morning. You can see all the lights come on and off. See, our big light goes out too. You can see it's running nice and smooth, no ticking or knocking, no shaking, no motor mount issues, no belt squeal. Just nice clean burning exhaust. So, alright, so we got the exterior video, interior video combined, and then we also have a driving video, so hopefully you guys can stick around for that. This is me going at no reserve. Alright, here we are for a run and driving video of our 95 F-150. Got her warmed up, took her for a little bit of cruise after the pictures, got all the got the temp gauge up, got all the lights going on here. You can hopefully see the sun sort of peeking itself out. See, it's burning nice and clean, no smoking, no exhaust, you know, hanger issue. Gauge is just starting to come up, so looks like we're just creeping into the normal. Go ahead and turn off the four ways. So it's got 168,688 miles. We'll put a couple more on it right now. You can see the e-brake works good. We'll put it in neutral, and we're not rolling away. We'll go ahead and pull it off, and so it works good. This little piece here is just a little trim piece, new bezel, but we have one on order and coming, so it's going to be here tomorrow, and we'll put that on. So this does look a little weird, but we'll put in the pictures. We'll show that it's attached. So alright, so the AC works amazing, the heater works great. You can hear the blower motor's nice and cool. Factory stereo. Sounds good. There is two chips in the window, right over there above the wiper. So, but no cracks, so you can take that in and get that fixed. But most of our vehicles ship out, and they kind of get, sometimes they do get chips. So I probably replaced 24 windows over the years. Then they show up with chips, sometimes cracks, and that's so so we just figure might as well just leave them in there, and they're easy to replace. And if it's a total deal breaker for somebody, we can go ahead and put a window in, that's for sure. So going on my truck, my 97 F-250, which is the same as the F-150 and Bronco, if I'm towing or going city driving on a 45, I tend to turn the overdrive off, and you can see it light up. It's all preference. Some people just don't want to deal with it and just leave it on at all times, which is fine. But I like to keep the exercise out of the transmission, and that's all it does. It just keeps it from, if you're going in traffic, or you're starting to, you go up to into fourth gear, and then the light turns and you're back into third and back and forth, back into third, and just keep that out. It's got really nice clean lights. All the tail lights, all the colored lenses are in really nice shape. You got your intermediate wipers. They got like several different speeds. You got low, high, but we'll go ahead and turn them off so we don't burn them up on the dry window here. But we're gonna go ahead and try to get out on the freeway here. Hopefully, if traffic allows. It's got power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, and everything works. I'll show you the motors. The power window motors go up nice and quick. This is a really tight driving truck. There's no steering play. After I get off the highway, I'm gonna get on the highway here, and then I'm gonna jump off, and I'll take the scrappy little road that's got a lot of patches in it, and you can see how solid it is. So I'm going to turn the overdrive on. While we're waiting here, I'll show you the passenger side window. You can see it locks. I had a little hesitation there just because I was trying to do two things at once. You can see the Power mirrors work good. But after, it's just a short drive, we'll get up to, you know, hopefully some good speeds, and then I'll put it in four-wheel drive too. It's a shift on the fly, so you can basically pull it down if you hit some snow or something, and it goes into 4-high. Light will come on right here, but it's got automatic hubs, so you don't got to worry about getting out and turning anything in. Traffic's a little heavy, so I'm hoping we're going to be able to get up some RPMs to get some speed going. This is cool. This one came with the tachometer. Not every truck of this era has the tach. So I'm just going to give it medium throttle because I want these people to get out a little bit in front of us. So it's just kind of like, you know, you're putting like you're going to go through town. Then you hammer down, nice downshift. So it's got great power. It's just got that nice deep throttle body sound. You can hear it's nice and quiet. You don't have any door rattles. You don't have any additional wind come in. You know, these things don't have the best aerodynamics, so you always got a little bit of wind, but you can see it just tracks nice and smooth. Tires aren't bouncing all over the place. It's got the 31 SPF all-terrain, so they make a little bit more noise than a total highway tire, but to be honest, to me, especially in a white truck, you just can't beat the look of a BFG with the solid white letters. So go ahead and give her some juice. You can see the beautiful paint reflecting off the hood. It's always nice to have a nice paint job that reflects. So I'll be driving here. You can see my foot's off, so the cruise control works. I'll go ahead and turn it off. So if you turn the overdrive off, you'll see the RPMs jump up. So that's exactly what that's doing. So this is also something you can do if you're a guy that likes to be a driver of trucks. When you get off, come to deaccelerate, to keep the wear and tear off the brakes, you can just turn the overdrive off and it starts to slow you down, and then you just start to get into the brakes. But you can see it brakes really nice and smooth. It's not shaking or shattering. It doesn't pull. It just brakes exactly how you want it to be. But this is the road I'm going to turn on right here. You can see it's really patchy. It's old. You can see that was a pretty good patch. There's a job right here. And there's an uneven area, a couple potholes. And here's a pothole right here. It just soaks them up really nice. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and click her into four-wheel drive. Just pull down. And you see the 4x4 light come on. And you'll feel it actuate the front. And then if you want to go out of it, you just go push it back, and it will take a little bit to deactivate. You'll hear it unlock. But if you want it to do quicker, you can just stop, go into reverse, and it comes right out. But if you do want to go into 4-low, you do got to come to a stop and put it in neutral, just because that's a built-in safety feature every truck has. Because if you accidentally slap it into 4-low, going to highway speeds, you're going to see parts scatter on any truck even made today. But you can see coming in here, really nice and tight. You can see I'm not overturning for these turns. I'm not, chasing down the corner. There's no ball joint popping. There's no tie rod play. It's just a killer little truck. We got another 2 turns up here, a sharp left, and then we're going to do a sharp right. Another sharp one here. And then you'll see on the very kind of middle of the hood, just a little bit more towards the front than the middle, there's a little ding on the hood ridge line that I forgot to put in the other video. But it's actually really hard to see because there's no paint damage, so you can only see it when you're in here. So alright, this is going to no reserve. It's really hard to find Eddie Bauer package 4x4 shorty, so good luck.